give these future soldiers and all military a round of applause. To those who have served and who are serving, thank you for protecting our freedoms and our country. I will end by saying enjoy the day and God bless the USA.
For joining us. This is going to be the largest 4th of July toast in the United States. There's going to be tens of thousands of people with you across the nation at 10 different Six Flags locations, holding up their Coca-Cola beverages, and we are going to cheers to the nation tonight. Who's got their Coca-Cola? Let me see it. Put it up above your head right now. On the count of 3, I want you to pop it open. You ready? 1, 2, 3, pop it open. Here's to our country, America the beautiful, home of the free, land of the brave, and the good old United States of America. Cheers to the USA! Make some noise and drink up your
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July!
Happy 4th of July from Six Flags over Texas.
I've always called him my lighthouse. Like I draw to him and he saves me because he's my light and my beacon.
Aww.
He works hard for our family. So if I wanted to say anything extra was thank you
Aww.
for all that you do for us.
You just want to put it on the internet so you rub it in my face later?
Yes.
Okay. Keep going! Have the podium!
My name is Vita, and this is George. My son is Nicholas, and my daughter is Victoria.
So it's our family vacation. I usually go to work for 2 or 3 months at a time, so I don't get to see my family for 2 or 3 months. So when I do get to come home, I want to go someplace where we always have a blast when we come. And this is my roller coaster buddy, so we go everywhere. Games are great for him. Well, my favorite ride is the Texas Giant, of course. What about you, Victoria?
Texas Giant, obviously.
The Texas Giant. And you?
The Speedway.
Go-karts, of course.
Most of the time when he comes home, we try to stuff our schedule full of normal family things because we don't get to see him as often. He works away for so long. And so this is the first time that he's been home for a week and a half, and we're like, we've got to do Six Flags. So we're here. The lifestyle of where one parent is working away and the other at home, it is a very hard lifestyle to have. And you have to have a special relationship, an understanding with each other, but you have to be strong as an independent. He has to be strong as an independent, and that's what works best with us. It's building those precious little moments where you can.
In 2020, Six Flags Over Texas is going to open AQUAMAN Power Wave.
AQUAMAN. It's going to be pretty sick.
AQUAMAN Power Wave has all the latest technology. It's got a linear induction launch. You ride the ride forward, you ride backwards, but the greatest part is at the end, you hit the water at 60 miles an hour, giant splash, everybody gets wet.
Wow! See the new roller coaster?
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty wild ride right there. Oh! I could imagine coming off of this and you'll be soaking wet.
Right now we're working on some pool noodle wigs. So we start off with pool noodles and we cut them down and we shape them to kind of mimic like what hair looks like.
The parade is very bright, it's very colorful, and it does use a lot of like blues and yellows and greens. So we try to make sure most of the wigs that we made were in that color category. We've never done anything like this before. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited to see it on the dancers. I think they're gonna have fun with them.
And I like looking for avant-garde hairstyles, like super high fashion, ridiculous looking like hair, and then try to mimic it with the pool noodles.
We are assembling and putting together the floats for the Splash Water Parade for Six Flags, and we're just kind of anchoring everything down to the trailers, and we're getting it ready to start splashing water. Everything that you see that is large format, that's all hand sculpted. So every piece was custom created, very little machining had to do with any of it. So we have a whole team of artists that are very good at what they do. The theming was pretty much based off of Fun in the Sun. So that's kind of the differentiation in all the different floats. None of them are gonna be the exact same. And just the colorful representation of what it's like to be in the water.
They've had me modify water guns to connect to a continuous feed sprayer pack. It's got a battery pack inside, so it'll go for 4 hours, holds up to 4 gallons of water, and it will spray for upwards of 15 minutes continuously. Well, the idea came about because our manager at entertainment asked if it was possible to adapt a water gun to be continuously feeding off a backpack. So he bought me one of the backpacks and a couple of the old Super Soakers, and I sat down and just literally tore them apart and decided, okay, I can bypass it here and fit it there, and next thing we knew, we were gluing all these parts together, and now I've got this big pack.
We came to the park today to be a part of the Splash Water Parade, and it was extremely awesome. Well, we came last week and we saw the parade, and my son asked how can we be a part of it. We've been members for 5 years, and they went into the little box and we walked up in there and we hit the jackpot. We found out where we could be part of the parade. Oh my God, I never thought that I would experience that, but it was so much fun seeing how the people look forward to getting the beads, everybody interacting, enjoying being wet on this hot summer day in Texas. And we just had an amazing time. It reminds me of home because we're from New Orleans, and although it's not Mardi Gras per se, but to see all the costumes, the different colors and things like, it really reminds me of home. So Texas makes it feel like home for us.
The Cliburn runs the biggest piano competition in the world, one of the biggest piano competitions in the world, and this is our junior edition that we're doing here today. So we have the very top 13 to 17-year-old pianists in the world here with us in Dallas, and now we're in Arlington, Texas at Six Flags Over Texas, and we're excited to be able to bring them here and have a good time. Well, number one thing they wanted to do was come to Six Flags. So this time we scheduled in a time so that they'd have a whole day to be here and enjoy this beautiful park.
As a musician, my whole life is just usually, practice, eat, and sleep. But to have a Six Flags near me and to be able to enjoy such amazing rides and thrills is really a great moment. The best part about Giant was the fall, I'd say. And the climb before the fall is the scariest moment.
Cliburn normally is practicing, watching the competition happen, and a bunch of master classes and lessons. Titan was much better because the drop in the beginning was like surreal.
So these kids are here for a competition, and they are competing to win the first prize of the Cliburn Junior competition. All of those performances are webcast live on YouTube and on Facebook and on Cliburn.org. And we would love for you to check out some of their performances because they're really bringing their heart and their soul to their music, and they're delivering it to all of us.
Hurricane Harbor, Arlington introduces a brand new slide complex, Banzai Pipeline. 3 hair-raising slides with multiple twists and hairpin turns, all delivering a splashy finale.
Well, today we're doing our very first solar plunge.
With that being said, are we ready?
Six Flags Hurricane Harbor is partnering up with Special Olympics to bring in the first day of summer. I think this is awesome. What we're trying to do is bring Special Olympics awareness to every organization that we possibly can, and to be able to come to some place where a lot of people, kids to adults, have a lot of fun. This just brings out the joy in all of our athletes and volunteers. We partnered up with some of your lifeguards here at Hurricane Harbor, some of our Special Olympic athletes, and then some of our unified partners as well. We all took a walk into the middle of the wave pool, and then took a nice solar plunge to bring in summer. Everyone had gotten a medal for doing the solar plunge, so that was pretty awesome. They are excited that they were the first ones to be able to do this. Just embodied what we're trying to push for the unified partner, because not only do we have our special need athletes out here, we also have lifeguards and people like that that are willing to have fun with everyone else. So.
Hi, my name is Julia Harridge. I am an operations supervisor here at Six Flags Over Texas, and I've worked here for 6 seasons. I am in the Spain section. I love it because there's just so much activity. I love the music. I love our new ride, El Diablo. I love watching the park change throughout the years. I started here as a team member, and so this is like my home side, and it just makes me like my heart warm. I make sure all the rides in my area are running smoothly and respond to any calls that I might get to those rides. What's the best part about my day is getting to see my team members and see guests who return and remember me, and knowing that I made an impact on their lives at some point. I have people come back who I've known all 6 seasons, and they remember me, and that's friendships that I'll have for a lifetime. The thrills, the fun. I came out here with my family and I was like, I'm having a really fun day, and the employees made it enjoyable for me, and I wanted to be one of those people too. And it really, just the magic and the thrills of it all is just absolutely amazing. And to cause that magic and make those thrills and memories for people is just, that's what I love about theme parks. I like El Diablo because it's a different type of coaster. You go and you get that amazing hang time at the top for so long, and you get to see the park at a different perspective.